What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we're going to be going over the 7.10 bonus balance coming out today on October 20th. Worlds is just right around the corner, right after December, so this is probably going to be the last set of nerfs that we see before Worlds. There are a round of buffs coming out in the 7.11 patch, but they usually will not change the characters or items too much before Worlds, so do not expect too many changes in December or on the 7.12 patch. Today, we're going to be going over the nerfs to the items, the nerfs to the gods, and then we're going to be taking a look at some of the new skins coming out this patch. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I do not usually read the notes left by the developers, but I think this one's kind of important as it gives a thought process into some of these changes. The end of Season 7 is rapidly approaching. This update you're reading is now the November update, meaning that there's only one more update in December before the Smite World Championship. As we approach Worlds, we always slightly adjust our balance philosophy. We focus on high and competitive balance more and apply larger changes in November. Then we stay more carefully and make only slight tweaks or bug fixes in December. In this update, we will be making a lot of changes that could affect pro play, specifically by nerfing many of the top picks across the league. There are also some pretty interesting buffs that we are looking forward to in the upcoming patch. So this is the bonus balance, they're referring to the patch that's coming after this. But let's go ahead and jump into the items. HEARTSEEKER, which is a staple item for a lot of assassin builds, is getting decreased bonus damage. It was on a scale of 3 to 6%, now it's going to be on a scale of 2 to 5% of the target's maximum health. Range of damage still scales off of the owner's power at the same rate, so the rate doesn't change, but the power does. I think this is a decent change. I wish they didn't change HEARTSEEKER though, I really like this item. It's still going to be picked up, it's just going to be a little bit less effective than it previously was. Serrated Edge is the only other item receiving a change this patch. It's going to be getting a nerf to its movement speed. They're decreasing the movement speed from 10% to 7%. In one of the previous patches, they reduced the movement speed on a lot of items. A lot of items used to have 10%, they all got reduced to 7%, and Serrated Edge is kind of the only item that did not get that change. Now they're changing it, so it should be in line with a lot of the other items that provide movement speed. Loki is going to be the only god and only thing that is receiving a buff in this bonus balance. His agonizing visions is getting increased power scaling from 10% to 15%, and his flurry strikes is receiving 2 buffs. It's getting increased flurry damage scaling from 15% to 18% on the initial 5 strikes. So it hits 5 times, so 135 is now going to 150 total scaling. And then each strike now applies a 15% slow that refreshes, and the final hit is going to apply a 30% slow. Now it is time for the SPL nerfs. Sun Wukong is getting a nerf to his ultimate, Somersault Cloud, decrease the physical power scaling from 120 to 100. His ultimate just did a lot of damage, so they're bringing it down a little bit. Amaterasu is a late game warrior, and it looks like this change they're trying to nerf her early game to where her early game is even weaker. Amaterasu's ultimate, Dazzling Offensive, the cooldown was at 75 seconds for all ranks. Now it's going to be changed to where it's on a scale. It's going to be 95 seconds at level 1 and then 75 seconds at level 5. Currently, there are 2 hunters that are just dominating in the SPL. They're being picked up almost every single game. The first one, Cupid, his Heart Bomb, decreased power scaling from 90% to 80% on both the hit and the explode. So the power scaling was at 180, now it's going to be reduced to 160, and that's across the 2 hits. Rama was the other hunter that was dominating in the SPL. They're going to be reducing the damage on his ultimate, Astral Barrage. They're going to be decreasing the damage. It was on a scale of 180 to 540. Now it's going to be on a scale of 180 to 520. Hera will be receiving a nerf in this bonus balance, and you have to thank Dardes from Space Station for this. Anytime people play him, you have to ban Hera because he's just that good with her. They are going to be reducing the amount of shield you get from her Divine Shroud, which is her 3. Decrease the health on the shield from 20 times Hera's level to 15 times Hera's level. So at level 20, it's going to be 100 less health than it previously was. Hebo will also be receiving a nerf. His Water Cannon, his 1, which has a super low cooldown, they're decreasing the damage. It was on a scale of 70 to 270. Now it's going to be on a scale of 60 to 260. They're also changing his Atlas of the Yellow River, which is Hebo's 2. They're decreasing the slow. It was on a scale of 25 to 45%. Now it's going to be on a scale of 20 to 40%. And they're also decreasing the movement speed buff you gain from walking on the river. It was on a scale of 25 to 45, and now it's going to be on a scale of 20 to 40. Kuzumbo's 3 Sumo Slam is going to be receiving a nerf. Decrease the damage. It was on a scale of 80 to 200. Now it's going to be on a scale of 60 to 200. So it's just the nerf in the early game. The late game damage numbers are going to remain the same. This is probably just to address how aggressive you could be early on with Kuzumbo. And finally, we have Hercules. His passive, Strength from Pain, decreased the base physical power from 5+1 per level. Now it's going to be 2+1 per stack. I hope that they intentionally have level and stack there, because the way it used to work is you would gain power based on your level. Now you're going to be gaining power based per stacks. Up next, we're going to be going over God skins coming out this patch. So the first skin in this upcoming patch is going to be Oni Guardian Ares, which is going to be exclusive to the Odyssey. I think this skin looks very cool skin for Ares. Then we have the Raxolotl Ratatoskr. I know I butchered that. Please go easy on me in the comments. I think this is a very cool skin. I think that this is also a community requested skin. So they put out a poll and the community requested that they pick this type of animal. I'm not going to try to pronounce it again, but it's going to be exclusive to the Odyssey event. Then we have the Fallen Star Soul, which is going to be exclusive to the Odyssey event. This skin I think is the less impressive of the 3 skins, but I haven't really seen it in game yet. Maybe it looks cooler than the card art, but that's usually not the case. Then we have the Finrawr Fenrir, which is probably the coolest skin of the patch in my opinion, and Hi-Rez knows exactly what they're doing. They're putting this one behind a chest, so it's going to be exclusive to the Aquatic Revenge chest. And then we have the Fun-Pocalypse Dodgy, which is going to be exclusive to the Fun-Pocalypse chest. I think the Fenrir skin is probably the coolest. I think the Fun-Pocalypse one is also pretty cool. And I think that is going to be the end of today's patch notes video. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. And if you feel like you want to see some more Smite content, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.